What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Inkwell J, aka Huey She Newton, aka Ink Very Well, because I don't just ink well, I ink very well. How do you does? You know what it is. It's Plan A Radio with our first episode of Smash. Smash is a series not only designed to shine light on those that start making shit happen, that stay making shit happen, but also we discuss the importance of rage and anger as it applies to success. As a person who's going through this process, I'm starting to realize that rage is sometimes what gets me up in the day. That anger is sometimes what keeps me up all through the night, blasting out emails, getting content created. So at a certain point over the last however long, anger is starting to feel very, very necessary for me. We are sitting here with the lovely, the amazing Leslie ABLES, owner of ABLES Apparel, founding member of Kraig, which is a plus, what is it? It's a plus modeling
collective,
agency, right?
yeah, an agency.
Collective. Before we get into this, I want to shout out our amazing sponsor, Here We Go, located at 1117 West Manchester Boulevard. They are the home of the cheapest bundles for the best quality. I'm feeling incredibly blessed right now. You know what I mean?
As you should.
Here We Go. You can get on their website, herewegous.com, or you can follow them on Instagram at herewego_USA. So let's get into it. So Leslie, right?
Yeah.
Owner of ABLES Apparel.
Yes.
Kraig, sex worker advocacy,
yes.
Mental health advocate, women's
yes.
health advocate. You are making shit happen. You smashing it. You smashing it. You know
I'd like to think so. Yes, 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 yes.
So tell me about ABLES Apparel, how you got your start. Enlighten us. ABLES
Apparel came about actually at a dark point in my life. I was going through a lot of things. I had been in fashion prior to that, but I had stopped for a while pursuing other things. And I came to a point where I really didn't know, I had forgotten what my purpose was. And I remember I went to counseling. He's like, hey, I don't think you know God's heart for you. Or maybe you've forgotten. He was like, and that's your assignment for this week. I took the week to walk around my complex asking the Lord, what's your heart for me? What's your heart for me? And it came to me the second day. He's like, make a vision board. I was like, really? Okay, made the vision board. Clear as day at the end of the vision board. I made the vision board with no vision, actually. Ooh. I had no vision whatsoever. So I just started putting stuff on, stuff I like, glittery stuff and all kind of things.
Yeah.
At the end of the 2 days of making that vision board, clearly I had actually put the words on the board that said, start a fashion business. When I finished, I was like, I said, God, if that's what you want me to do, you got to tell me how to do this, because things that I've done in the past have not worked out the way that I wanted them to, and you know how hurtful that was to me, God. After I looked at that and I seen that, I went to my journal and I was like, Lord, you are telling me to make a fashion business, and I'm like, I have already been there, done that, hurt and all this stuff. I said, girl, and I started writing. I'm just writing, right? And I said, if you want me to do this, then you give me the business plan. I wrote the business plan that day, sitting down there, 30 minutes, the business plan. The name of the company. The name of the company, it's LA Plus is the base of the name.
Yes.
LA, that's the city where I'm from, is where I rep. It's all up and through me, right?
Yep.
So, but it's also my initials, Leslie ABLES, right? And then plus, because I do plus size clothing, right? But then I put the plus symbol at the end. The plus symbol actually symbolizes the cross, because so I will never forget where I came from, where I'm going, what I'm doing this for. At that point in my life, I said, you know, I'm not wasting another day.
Right.
I'm living each day as if it were my last. I'm living for this moment and being in the moment, and that's what I've been doing.
How do you stay inspired with ABLES Apparel?
When I see a bad woman, when I see a woman who's plus size and who's really doing it, don't care, confident, beautiful from head to toe, I'm extremely inspired. She becomes my muse, even if I see her for a second. But then also the women that I see that I can tell that they've been beaten down by society. And I could tell that they don't feel good about themselves because of how society has made them feel about their size. Not how they feel about their size, but how society has made them feel. And those are the women that I'm really out here trying to reach. That's what the Lord told me, that is my purpose. The woman that is sitting in the corner, that is crying in her home, who does not want to leave her home because she doesn't want to get dressed. So, and then even when she gets dressed, she doesn't want to leave because she doesn't want to face the objectitification of that society has put on her, the oppression. And that is real. There are really women. People think that obesity kills people, disease, this and this and that. Disease starts here. Yeah. And when there's a dis-ease here, that's when your immune system starts to break down, and that's why women are passing away from heart disease. Number one, and heart disease. Their hearts are broken, and so those are the women that I want to reach. So anyways, that's what inspires me, is women. When I see women out there rocking it, or if they're not rocking it, I just get inspiration from that, and I just go back to the drawing board every time.
You're in plus fashion. You got people who have their opinions of us. Tell me a time where someone has tried to impose on your work. Someone who has an opinion that nobody asked for, but they've imposed on that process. Tell me about that.
I let women be women. Even if they're models and they're walking my clothes, they're still individuals.
Absolutely.
And I don't want my models to be walking hangers. So they're aspiring models, they're aspiring actresses and different things. I want that to shine on the runway. But another part about it is my clothes, I want them to come to life on the runway. I'm here to show the clothing and for people to buy it. So we're here to show up and show out. And so I do that. And I let my women do that. And I got a lot of criticism after this big show that I did. And they asked me, the post-production meeting, they asked me, why do you do that? And I said, because as a plus size woman, society's tried to put me in a box for so long. I don't fit in that box. I'm not about to fit in society's box. I'm not about to fit into yours either. And they tried to tell me it was unprofessional, whatever. You can have your opinion, I have mine. But my company is still going strong 5 years in. I want for nothing. My company wants for nothing. So, and I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I have clothes, they sell, and that's it.
Now, you deal with people that impose what it sounds like often, but their own views on what, like, even
what a plus size woman should look like.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
When it seems like they're open to plus women, they're actually not open to plus
because they're trying to fit into society's mold. And they're saying, oh, here, look at me. I'm just as good as you, except I'm like this. I'm me. You don't have to accept me. You don't have to accept me or anybody associated with my company. You don't have to accept a plus size woman. You don't have to do. I'm not asking for permission.
Especially nowadays.
What am I asking for permission for?
Exactly.
I'm not asking for permission. I'm here and I'm doing me. I tell you what to think of me. I create the narrative. How about that? You know, like, and I mean that, like, with all sincerity. I'm creating the narrative. It's time, you know, like the movement, Time's Up, Me Too. That's not what it's all about. We create our own narrative. I'm not fitting into. We don't want to fit into a white mold. We don't want to fit into a male mold. So why should I have to fit into a thin mold? I'm not thin today.
I'm not thin today.
I think that we need to stop looking for acceptance. Like, I just think that that's the thing. As long as you accept you, you're all right. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be all right. It's just like, I remember my son when he was like having problems in high school. I said, look, when you get to college, you'll be all right. You're gonna find your people, because you know, college is so much bigger. People coming from different places and different backgrounds and stuff, and people, you know. And so I feel like it's the same with just us. You'll find your people. You'll be all right. You don't have to look for acceptance. And if you haven't found your people, we're here. LA Plus is always here. We're accepting. Like, I accept everyone who accepts themselves. Even if you don't yet, I'll teach you how.
So now we're getting into a good segue. As a woman in the entertainment industry, I deal with a lot of attitudes, I deal with a lot of egos, I deal with a lot of men telling me what I can't do. And that can make me angry. That anger is the reason why I do. So I'm like, I feel like it's necessary. Tell me how anger and or rage has fed into you being who you are as a business owner and as a woman.
I do have a certain amount of anger. It fuels my company because it's like, you know, that group Rage Against the Machine.
Like, one of my favorite groups.
So like, I totally understand like their perspective. You have to have a certain amount of Rage Against the Machine to change things, to be a change maker. Because you have to be discontent with the things that you see and say, hey, this doesn't look right. I need to change this. And then you're going to come up against opposition, which creates a friction, right? So then it creates that kind of that angst, and it's like, no, but I'm gonna get through. Like, but nah. And as you have this opposition, you still pushing through. That it does start with the anger. I remember in fashion school, first day of illustration class, and they said, you know, what does everyone want to do? What do you want to be in fashion? And I was very eager because I already had that anger. I already had that anger. So I could not wait. And so when they get to me, I was like, plus size fashion. I'll never forget. Everybody turned to me like, what? Like, I mean, like, yeah, this is like in 2003, and people were like, what? But I loved it. To be honest with you, I loved it because, first of all, I like to be different. I like to be unique. I like to be my own person. I like to be a leader and a boss. So yeah, I'm about to do plus size fashion. Yeah, and I continue to do that and kept that same vision. And there is an anger, because there's an anger at the status quo, and you got to shake that.
Based on everything that you're telling me, anger played a necessary role in you speaking up in class, letting them know what you're going to do, surprising the entire classroom who have this very narrow view of fashion in fashion school. And I think that is so inspiring, because as a woman, we aren't allowed to be angry, especially as a black woman. We're allowed to be angry.
Heaven forbid the angry black woman be angry.
Very obvious reasons of being angry. And so I want to thank you for being a voice for the voiceless. I want to thank you for being a vehicle where people can come and exist and feel like they have an opportunity to exist, because even if we're not seeking acceptance, the tolerance of being able to just exist, you create that space. You demand that in the world, and that is so important and that is so impactful. Make sure y'all follow Leslie Abels at Leslie.plus.style. That's my personal IG, or at LA Plus Apparel for IG, for Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, all of it. And make sure you follow our sponsor. And here we go. Oh, go ahead.
Go to laplusapparel.com. We have a summer sale right now. Put in code SUMMER, SUMMER, all caps or lower caps, don't matter. Get 30% off your whole purchase.
Yes, get 30% off your whole purchase. And don't forget to follow our hair vendor at HairWeGoUSA.com or HairWeGoUS.com, and go to their Instagram at HairWeGo_USA. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at InkVeryWell, because I don't just ink well, I ink very well. And we would check y'all. We about to go smash some stuff.